My name's Dean Morris. I'm from Leeton. I'm a fourth generation citrus grower in the Murrumbidgee irrigation area in New South Wales. My grandfather still works on the farm 2 or 3 days a week. He's 82, and my youngest son's pretty keen, hopefully, to take over the reins long term. Before we changed to Martinez open hydroponics, we were wholly and solely flood irrigation, which obviously just involved moving water down furrows either side of the tree line. It was fairly expensive in water use. We were sort of averaging somewhere between 8 to 10 megalitres per hectare per year, and we've halved that by converting to open hydroponics.
Martinez Open Hydroponics is a system of irrigation, fertigation and tree management. Nutrients are added to the irrigation water according to the specific needs of the tree at each growth stage.
The reason why we changed to drip irrigation was probably a little different to most. We weren't really interested in saving water as our number one goal for moving towards drip. We wanted to get better production and better quality, and it's not until we really discovered open hydroponics that we believed we would get a massive result from converting to flood to drip irrigation.
Even though Dean could see the potential of open hydroponics, he couldn't justify the per hectare expense of installing the system on his 20 hectare property.
Fortunately, we had a pretty progressive neighbour, Wayne Prothero, who also was wanting to convert to drip, but the farm size was limiting how he could do that. So we decided to share the cost of the pumping headworks, which is the most expensive part of this system, and spread that cost over 32 hectares as opposed to 20. No way we could have done it on our own, and it was important that we put that partnership together.
While the technology is a significant investment, open hydroponics is really about how the trees are managed.
Conventional drip irrigation systems tend to be in a long-wetted pattern with drippers close together. We've gone to 4 drippers per tree, which has a lot of space between each dripper, which allows a full drying zone between each dripper. As you can see, the drippers dripping here and the root zone's pretty much starting to develop here. It's only been here for 2 years, but it's already started to develop around that root zone. The roots that were in the flooded wet pattern further out have started to die off way out here, and it's really starting to move in and condense.
A more condensed root zone allows the tree to uptake nutrients and water more efficiently.
Open hydroponics in general is just about having a really condensed root zone and alleviating any environmental effects such as rainfall events or even high temperature stresses. You're really just pumping the tree as hard as you possibly can, only irrigating during the daylight hours when the tree's photosynthesising, and just trying to maximise every daylight hour you can to produce a piece of fruit.
And for Dean Morris, that approach is paying off, both in terms of water use efficiency and yield.
In terms of water use efficiency, we've moved from about 9 megalitres a hectare back to about 4.5, 5. And this year, the bigger sized trees have produced somewhere between 40 and 45 tonnes per hectare. So I guess we're aiming at that 10 tonnes per megalitre, and we're achieving that, which is equivalent to 1 kilo of fruit per 100 litres of water used.
Dean says open hydroponics can be used to maximise productivity on a wide range of fruit and vegetable crops.
It works extremely well on plums, peaches, avocados, table grapes, olives, obviously citrus, and it pretty much works on most fruit varieties. There's massive scope for open hydroponics, not just in citrus. I believe this is the ants pants of systems in at the moment, and there's always room for improvement. We thought we had the best 20 years ago too, but I expect this will be outdated in 15 or 20 years and there'll be something better come along. At the end of the day, there's only so hard you can push it, so much you can push a tree, and I believe we're almost at that. There's not much more production we can get out of a tree if it's humming really well all day, every day. It'll take a long while to beat this one, I think.